The highly anticipated Sonic Racing CrossWorlds just released recently on all major platforms, and I've already put a few hours into the game. And one of the greatest things I can say about this game is its ability to have mods despite the fact that it has an anti-cheat. The game might have only just come out, but dude, Sonic fans are actually crazy. There's already a ton of mods out there for the game. There's a little of everything. Meme mods, quality of life improvements, custom music, character swaps, other. So today I'm going to share with you all 10 mods that I consider to be a must for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Now, how do you even mod Sonic CrossWorlds in the first place? Well, it's actually super easy. There are two main methods, and one of them actually works. Yeah, I don't think the mod loader likes my version of Windows very much, so we'll be keeping it simple and installing these mods manually. For an example of how to install mods, let's just take this brand new one right here, Rider Silver. So you guys are making these things so fast. This literally was not here when I started recording the script. Anyway, let's go ahead and download this one. There we go. Now that we've got that downloaded, we are going to go to Steam. We're going to right-click Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. We're going to go to Manage, just hover over that, Browse Local Files, and we are going to go to Union, Content, and then Packs. And there is not going to actually be this mod folder, probably. So you're going to create the folder where it just says ~mods. The tilde is important, and mods should be lowercase. And then we've got an empty folder right here. And it's literally as simple as opening this up, and then we're just gonna drag the folder right in here. Boom. Now, let's see if that worked. On a side note, can we appreciate how you can, like, skip every fucking logo in this game? Look at that! What modern game launches that fast? Who lets you do that? Alright, let's take a look. Did it work? Yes, it did!
Let's go!
That's it! Now that we know how to install mods, let's get started with the list. Number 1 is possibly the most important mod of all for a lot of people, the actual button prompts mod. Why? Well, Sega is actually doing one of the stupidest trends in modern gaming UI with this game by not goddamn telling you which button you need to press and instead showing north, south, east, and west button prompts. Now that's all fine and good until you have a controller that doesn't have that layout. But hey, that's just the GameCube and whatever the fuck that thing is. Most modern controllers aren't going to have that issue, right?
Ho ho ho! You'd think so, wouldn't ya?
Yeah, quite a few of my controllers. As a matter of fact, most of them don't actually match the button prompts. But, hey, maybe that's just because of the custom way I've set up a few of these on Steam. So, here is a modern controller that hasn't been set up on this computer yet, and yes, I know how it looks, but trust me, this is actually just a Switch Pro controller at its core. It just looks nostalgic and is missing some inputs. My other Switch Pro controllers are either all dead on me, or are already set up on this PC. I think it's important to show everybody how a new controller with a first-time setup behaves with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. First, we confirm that everything is working and jump right into the game without changing any of the bindings on Steam. It even shows that A will be accelerate and B will be brake in those Steam bindings, and yeah, those inputs are actually correct. So here's the problem. See, despite having Steam input to work with, it's not actually adapting the button layout dynamically for the controllers. When it says south, what it actually means is button 1 or the A button, which is not on the bottom of this controller. It's not on the bottom of a lot of controllers. It's on the right, where it belongs. And believe me, there is a long list of controllers that have button 1 on the right, but besides that, the north, south, east, and west button prompts are going to be a problem for almost everything since they don't adapt dynamically. For example, here are a few controllers from my own collection. On the left is what the game is telling you to press, while on the right I will show you what you actually need to press. Now, if it had only said A, B, X, and Y instead of this north, south, east, west thing, this wouldn't be an issue on most of these controllers, as they have clearly labeled lettered buttons. Except the Hammerhead FX, which is just kind of its own thing, and the poor PlayStation will have either the correct or incorrect button prompts depending on the region. So what this mod does is simply show you the actual button prompts that it's asking for, and you have a few options to choose from to correct this if it's still wrong on your controller, or if you need the shapes layout for PlayStation. Now, all of these controllers, except you, actually have correct button prompts. You know, except for the starting boost prompt, which still shows north, south, east, and west for some reason. I don't know, maybe they missed that one. But with that, all you need to remember is it's A or 1. Plus, you have plenty of time to figure out what the drive button is before the race actually starts. But yeah, that was a long one, but believe me, it's important to show people why quality of life is important. The loud minority here seems to always have the mentality of, well, this doesn't affect me, so therefore it's not an issue in general. Anyway, to wind down a bit for number 2, we have a stylistic mod. The Crosstalk Renders mod replaces the character HUD elements of the main cast with awesome stylized artwork instead of the boring, generic 3D renders. These are not only for the character selection screen, but also rival appearances and basically anywhere else the usual 3D renders would show up in the HUD. It looks so much better this way. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually cover the DLC characters yet, but hey, if the mod gets popular enough, maybe they'll come back and actually do something with that. Next up for number 3, we have a very important mod indeed, Rouge OG Proportions. It gives Rouge the Bat her breasts back, because I know y'all can't live without that. For real though, moving on to number 4, we are going to be focusing on mods that put your ears at ease, because Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is a surprisingly annoying game to listen to. And seeing as how we just fixed Rouge, I'm gonna be installing one of the old Rouge voice mods. Because for some reason, in the game, Rouge sounds like this.
Hi there. See ya!
Yeah, no, someone quick, hit the oh fuck, go back button.
Better behave yourselves. Bye-bye. Piece of cake.
A lot of the characters in this game actually have really annoying trick sounds, especially the screeching metal Sonic. So, for number 5, we have this mod, which I don't think I need to explain. I think this one will speak for itself. Perfection. Number 6 is in the same line and is pretty simple. It just fixes the Werehog voice with lines from Sonic Unleashed.
Okay, let's go!
And now for the other half of the list that is going to be more down to my own personal preference, but obviously my opinion is the correct opinion, right? Number 7 is one that hits close to home. I love Sonic Rush, and seeing Water Palace come up while I was playing Blaze the Cat was peak. Until I heard the atrocious stage music. CrossWorlds OST isn't the absolute low point of the franchise's soundtrack, but it is surprisingly close. Music in this game just generally sucks, but I figured, hey, maybe they don't have the rights to the Sonic Rush OST anymore or something.
You should expect nothing less from me.
Oh no, okay, so they do! They could've... Okay, so, for number 7, we are going to replace the Water Palace music with a remix of Back to Back, as it should be. And this is so much better. Brings a tear to the eye. be a little loud, actually. But man, so was Sonic Rush. I thought that game was gonna blow out my DS speakers back when it was new.
Have a nice ball, you stupid bitch.
So the loudness only adds to nostalgia, and anything to drown out the rest of the character voice lines that don't have any good mods to replace them yet.
Shiny! Shiny! One.
That's my name! I'm one!
Number 8 is another music mod, and again, I shall let this clip speak for itself. Number 9 is actually 2 mods that go together for me. The Sonic Rider's gear for Sonic and his classic Jason Griffith voice. Roger Craig Smith is a great voice actor, but to me personally, there's only one true Sonic voice. And as for the Rider's model, I mean, my preferred machine is literally the Rider's board, and I'm playing this game with a GameCube controller. It just, you know, feels right.
That was incredible.
And lastly, with number 10, we have the Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing Music Pack to replace basically all of the menu and results music in the game. It's not only nostalgic, but just so much less grating to listen to over and over again.
It sure is hot here.
I feel like I'm harping on the soundtrack of this game a lot, but is it just me, or does this game's soundtrack, like, genuinely suck? Minus a few tracks that are just actually,
Let's go. All right, it's my turn.
Yeah, no, it's not all bad, just most of it. And I feel like I'm really not the only one who thinks so. But what do you guys think? The game is early, so I'm sure there's going to be a ton more mods in the near future that end up being must-haves, so maybe we'll do another one of these, or maybe tackle my favorite meme mods or something. Is there anything I missed? What mods would you put in here? And what do you think of the game's soundtrack? Tell me what you guys think in the comments, and if you want to try these mods for yourself, I'm actually putting them in the goddamn description. Seriously, why does no mod review channel do this? Except, I guess, Asian Half Squat, he's cool. But yeah, you guys like this type of video and like that I actually put links to the mods? Then subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. You know, assuming YouTube actually notifies you guys. Well, that's what the bell and my Discord are for, which you guys should totally join, by the way. But yeah, that's all for now. Peace out, fuckers. You know, no offense, I just gotta make sure that YouTube doesn't mark this as for kids. You dumb bastards. You stupid bitch.